Hello, my name's Adam Elliott and I'm the one responsible for Harvey Krumpet. I'm the writer, director and animator. With animation we rely on a very detailed storyboard which comes from the script, and once we've done the storyboard we put it up on the wall, and when we've shot a shot we cross it off and go home and feel very fulfilled because each shot takes such a long time to do. So with this sequence we're going to show you storyboard and the actual end result and see what the difference is, because quite often it's very different to what we had envisaged at the beginning. With the Busby Berkeley dream sequence we had a lot of fun here because in my previous film Brother I'd animated a TV screen and enjoyed doing it so much that I thought in Harvey we'd do it again, but in a much more sophisticated way. So the original storyboard was just a TV shot, and it didn't really explain what was going to be on the screen. So in collaboration with a good friend of mine, Warwick Bennett, who I went to school with, we came up with a sequence of shots which he did on his computer and then printed out on just a normal bubble jet printer. And I think we used about 800 separate pieces of paper which we slotted into the TV screen. As you can see, the storyboards here are quite different to the actual end result that we put on film. It's very hard in a single frame of a storyboard to give all the details about the art direction you want, and so when we got to this part of the film we really had a field day in designing the interior of Val's apartment. We did a lot of research on what an apartment in Melbourne in the 70s looked like. We got to do all sorts of things with just the little accessories like the little birds on the wall behind Harvey and Val's bed, sourcing sort of fabrics, doona covers, what sort of bed Val would have had at that period. Also here too we weren't quite sure how to introduce little Ruby, so I'd just seen the film American Beauty at the time and I loved the way that they put that actress in the bed of roses, so I thought, well, we could put little Ruby in a bed of black teddy bear fur, but unfortunately the camera didn't quite pick up the subtlety of the fur, so it looks like she's sort of floating in outer space. As you can see there up in the corner of the room we've got a lovely little plant, which actually is a plant from a fish tank. Again, little subtle effects like the lighting, the light coming through the Venetian blinds behind Ruby is something we thought up on the day. As the film went on, we became a lot more confident with our lighting design and a lot more experimental. And I really learned a lesson that you can really create warmth and a real mood with just the subtlest of lighting effects. Again, I wanted to make Ruby's bedroom a lot more cluttered than it was in the original storyboard. We decided that Ruby should have a teddy bear fetish, and you'll just see around the room there's little extras like a cactus and an ashtray. As we were filming Harvey, a lot of the gags actually were made up as we went, and I decided to put little Harvey's testicle throughout the rest of the film once it had been removed. A lot of people don't see it the first time, but if you keep your eye out you'll spot it sitting on a shelf here and there. I'm not sure if that's the sort of thing you'd want to have displayed around your home, but obviously Val and Harvey, it reminds them of when they first met. At this point of the film decided to have a little homage to Alfred Hitchcock. When Val dies, I wanted to make it very sort of tragic and use a sort of overhead shot. Just have her lying there very still. This dream sequence, as you can see from the storyboard, is very different to what we originally had. I really want to keep this part of the film loose, and we decided to shoot this last. And at this point of the film I was really living off those energy drinks and eating tinned fruit, and was animating very, very long hours. and I think I was slightly hallucinogenic myself. So it suited perfectly what we were trying to do here. A lot of the shots we made up on the day, and we just wanted to make the scene as chaotic and heavenly as possible. On Harvey, there's a lot of statistics, and the film took 14 months to shoot. It cost almost $390,000. On average, we were shooting between 3 to 5 seconds a day, and we're very, very proud that we used no computer animation. There's not one frame of CGI in the film. Sometimes I wish there was, but at this point I'm glad there's not.